You know what time it is? It's time to get sauced up with another Super Saiyan Jutsu reaction to Oshi no Ko. Last time, about 2 weeks ago now, we saw a crazy transformation of Akane. She got saved by her friends, essentially brought back into the fold, and was trying to convince Aqua that she could, fit in and, fall for this man. And what are you interested in? And, your man Aqua, he's so focused on his mom, on Ai's killer, that he just started naming off her. That's who he feels is, the ideal woman. And Akane said, hold my beer. And she went on a character development arc that we have never seen before, where she completely took on Ai's lifestyle and understood what was going on through her head. And she was really dissecting her as a person. Shows back up to school, or not to school, it's a set, and in an instant turns it on, and you see the sparkle in her eye come up, and I was like, no way. You went from a girl that couldn't find her footing and then became a carbon copy of the GOAT, essentially, of this verse. Kind of wild. So now this is a whole thing for me. How is Kana gonna feel as well, right? Because Kana, she has a thing for Aqua. So how is that gonna even play out? Because you really have some serious competition now. How is Ruby gonna fall? Like once they see Akane, is Strawberry Productions gonna be like, yo, we need her. She's it. Can she sing? Can she, you know what I'm saying? Now she becomes the face of this group. Does that now ruin Ruby's relationship? But you know what I'm saying? Like there's a whole bunch of things that this can go. I'm so excited. And if you guys want to continue your journey with me on this anime, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. I do this every week. And if you guys haven't known, I do this uncut, unedited. You guys can check that out over on the Phantom Troop or Patreon. Either one is up to you. Phantom Troop's a little bit more fun though, more community over there, so you can check that out. Link in the description and the card. But other than that, are you guys ready to go? I've been waiting a couple weeks. I'm so excited that it's back. Let's get this thing popping. She acts out those roles to perfection. As an actress, she can be called only a genius. Oh wow. Look. Akane. Yep. Boy. Look at that. The fact that she's... Oh, look at that. Oh. Yo, this is crazy. Look at her. Look at him. Yep. A genius actress just took on a role of a lifetime. I'm thinking of something. Do it yourself. This is a weird one, right? Like, because of the fact it's not necessarily, it's not just the fact that he looks at her as a perfect person. This was also his mom, so to speak, as well, right? Not like it's so multi-layered. She was an inspiration to the girl that he was caring for before she died, who got him into her as well and became a fan. And then they both got reincarnated. Oh, he doesn't know that she's the same girl, but he got reincarnated as her son. So now had a completely different perspective of her. And now she's completely mimicked her just copied her whole persona, right? So for him, I feel like he's overwhelmed. He doesn't know how to respond. He's responding like he's her son. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'll get that. Like she told him what to do. He just did it. Right? He's obviously struck by her image, right? So it's so layered. Like this is actually kind of awesome.
りかなしかで言ったらある。マジ面白くなってきた。面白くない。
Nah.
もうなんか飽きたわ。見るのやめた。誰と誰の掛け合わせがいいとか、なんなの馬主なの、菊花賞狙える馬産ませたいの。はあ、やだやだ、もう見ない。アクアの顔も見たくない。
I don't want to see Aqua's face either. Bye bye, farewell. See? Mom. See that?
年期愛と数年一緒にいたが、俺は愛のことを結局何一つ知ることができなかった気が。俺にとって愛って何なんだ。ファン、母親、
See?
それとも
It's layered. Okay, Akane, what you gonna do?
雪暑いと思ってたけどさ、最近のアクアカやっぱ。
有馬かな。なあ、今から学校サボって遊び行かね。
Oh. What?
行く。
She's like, what? Yes. Oh,
マ
nah.
ジありえなくな。マジ最悪。
We're the worst.
そんなに言うならやめとく。
そうは言ってない。なんだ、どこ行く？ディズニー？東京タワー？
Tokyo Disney?
学校サボってそんな張り切った提案する度胸がやべえな。
だって制服でサボったら周りの視線
What'd you have mine? Not baseball.
やっぱあんた変わってる。
そうか。
そうよ。
早く投げろよ。
I just throw the ball, cuz.
私野球なんてやったこと。ごめん。
Oh,
いいよ。
Ace of Diamond in this thing.
私も今勝ちの人とか仲いいんでしょ？
まあ悪くはないけど、打算もなく無駄な会話できる人間って俺の周りにはあまりいない。その点、有馬なら気を使わなくていいし。
こら。
Hey, care a bit.
でもタイプとかはあるでしょ？年下が好きとか年上が好きとか。
難しいことを聞くな。
Don't ask me tough questions. Ooh.
最近つくづく思う。成長していくにつれて精神の方が体と環境に適合していく。どんどんと僕と星のアクアの境目がなくなっていく。
Oh, isn't that crazy? This is something that is unique because it almost gives you a perspective. And I've said this before about other isekais, when people, start a life and they go back into another body, right? And people are like, oh, isn't it weird that this person's an adult, but they're in a kid's body? And I'm like, yeah, but like your hormones as a kid, like you would be influenced quite heavily by your physiology, right? So even if you're a young adult or becoming a teenager, like those things are now like you mentally may want to do something different, right? But your physiology is telling you something else, right? So it could be very conflicting as a character of a person being reincarnated, still remembering their past, but now fighting with their urges in their body that's like trying to do other stuff, right? Who they're attracted to naturally versus what their mind is saying, like, yo, this is not it, right? So, and he's saying he's getting lost in this. He's like, yo, like I'm slowly vanishing and Aqua's becoming his own person, right? So it's really interesting that they touched on this. This is pretty dope.
怖くて聞けなかった。
ま、ある程度上の方がいいのは間違いないけどな。
年上好きってこと？へえ。
早く投げろ。もういい球じゃん。
そう？
He was?
本当に初心者か？
そうよ。アクアとするのが初めて。
Oh.
一番最初。
Doing it with you, huh?
もしかして始球式アイドル狙えちゃう？
Nah, like it's those ceremonial
やっぱ
pitches.
り黒川茜を本物を見てるみたいだった。あれってどうやってるんだ？
あ、いや、そんな大層なものじゃ。一応プロファイリングの本とか読んだりはしてるんだけど、例えば愛には実は隠し子がいるとか。
That I actually had a child in
だ
secret.
としたらいろんな感情のラインに整合性が取れるし、不可解だった数々の行動の理由がわかる。
The fact that she pieced this together based off, you know what I'm saying? Like, guys, this is crazy. She literally just like, hold on. If I do that, it allows me to achieve coherence between her various emotions. Because she was like, something wasn't, there was a hole on why she was acting like this. But if I place this reason in here, it actually makes sense. So she's putting pieces together that weren't really there for her to make sense of how she was actually behaving. Kane said she's a genius at this, which is kind of wild. Oof. Yep, he gonna use her for that. He's gonna use her for the information.
芸能界には才能が集まる。才能はおそらく何年も一緒にいた俺よりずっと深く愛を理解して行動を完璧にトレースしている。あることはなくなるだろう。だけど黒川茜は使える。ここで手放すわけにはいかない。
Bro, wow. Wow. Yo, bro, the manipulation is crazy. He's like, look, I'm gonna do this because I don't want her to escape from my sphere of influence. So I'm gonna kiss her here to make this bond a little bit different, to make this relationship a little bit different, right? This is crazy. Aqua, bruh. Look, knock the stars out of her eyes, boy. You knocked the stars out of her eyes, son. I mean, after having that whole back and forth of catch, she felt special.
本当に楽しかった。茜がそう言って、マジでリアルに本当に仕事第一でやってきて、今まで彼氏作ったことなんてなかったんだよ。嘘。本当の話らしいよ。ユキと同じ芸能科の子も言ってた。と変わんないでしょ。まあさすがに恋愛禁止売りにしてるところは割合低いみたいだけどな。たまにすっぱ抜かれてるし。
It gets complex too.
そういう意味で言ったら番組で付き合えばスキャンダルにもなりようなくていいよね。
そういう枠が多いけど、雰囲気に流されやすい子が行き着く先は決まって奈落だからね。
Yeah. That the industry will chew up and spit you out with no regard to your well-being.
悪い大人からのアドバイス。
Another bad adult. Hey, at least he's keeping it a stack though.
悪い子供はどこ行った？
Where'd the bad kid go?
業界の鉄の掟。これは一体どうなんだってことでね。出演者とはいえそのタブーを犯したんだ。イチゴプロに賠償請求を出すという話まで出たんだよ。
でも番組公式 SNS にならオフショットをアップしていいと契約書にある。
Is written into the contract.
だから動画を公式 SNS にアップしたわけで、ちゃんと契約通りの仕事をしましたよ。
Oof.
抜け目ないね。
どうも。
Thanks.
君は僕との
アクア君は私のこと異性として見てないでしょ。
いや。
わかるよ。それくらい。
確かに俺は茜を異性としては見ている。俺は茜に女優として強い興味を持っている。これは嘘じゃない。
That is no lie.
そっか。一番言われて嬉しい言葉でもあるから。
It's like, it's so interesting, right? Where he's like, I'm interested in your acting ability. I'm interested in you being an actress, right? And it's like, he's being honest, right? Which is awesome. At the same time, if she's still seeking validation, there's this need to now, you're no longer on the job. So now you're wearing a persona outside in real life. And now you're blurring the lines of who you really are versus the persona you're putting out there. That can become extremely damaging. And this girl has already been on that ledge, figuratively and literally, right? So this is a slippery slope for sure.
じゃあお仕事として彼氏彼女しようね。本当の彼氏彼女はユキ
But
たちがいれば十分だし。
as long as they're on the same page, it seems like she's aware of what's going on because she did say, right? As long as they're on the same page and she's aware that this is an act, and she said, well, we can use this as an extension of our jobs. As long as you're both on the same page with this, will this actually work without any craziness happening? But they're kids, you know what I'm saying? Like that. Oh, this is tough.
気づいてない？ユキとノブくんのそういうところが
She wants to keep it on the low.
ユキマジで人生初これみたいだよ。
Gotta keep it on. She wants to keep that private. I can respect that.
お疲れ。メム
いずれ本気になっちゃうかもしれないし。
ならねえよ。
とか言って愛の演技してる赤くなってたくせに。
っていうか詳しいよな。ビーコ町は世代。
私もともとアイドル志望だったんだ。でもいろいろあって挫折しちゃって。
じゃあうち来たら。
Yeah.
新生ビーコ町は。
冗談。
I'm not. I'm dead ass. Look at her. Yeah. Opportunity. Yo, this is, so here's the thing, man. This episode has so many layers to it, bro. Like, let's just talk about that last section right here. She was like, look, this stays between us, but I actually wanted to do that, right? I actually wanted to be an idol. And when you're working in a space with other entertainers or people that are like-minded individuals, sometimes opening your mouth and saying things like that will grant you entry into a space that you didn't even know existed. Will grant you an opportunity because you put it out there and said, hey, like, just so you know, like, I actually wanted to do this when I first started. So, you know, like, and I think in that regard, it's like, she wasn't saying that she wanted to continue to do it because she moved on from that dream. You know, she didn't feel like she could do it or whatever. Became a YouTuber. It's like, cool, I'm content with this. Even though I'm sad that the set thing is over, I got to go back and do my thing by myself again. I know how that feels because I'm usually in a room by myself for hours, right? So I get the community feel on set and stuff like that. But for her to say this to him at the end is just, it's such a thing that I tell people all the time, like, be ready if people ask or if just happens to come in a conversation to where you can let people know what you want to do. Because you don't know who has access that cares for you or likes you or wants to see you win. And they don't know what you're capable of, what your aspirations are. They don't know, but you don't say anything either. So that door never opens. This is so awesome that they showcase this particular thing. He was like, well, the new Bikomochi is we're, you know, filling in spots. So like, she was like, what, me? Nah, like, and then she thought about it, like, hold on, like, you're serious. Yeah, that's awesome. Obviously, I talked about the Akane situation already, but I hope that they keep it on the up and up as far as how they're feeling about the situation, because this could get real messy really fast. And Aqua is obviously trying to get as much information on Ai's killer as possible. So being the tactician that he is, the you know, negotiating savant that he is, and high key manipulator that he is, it could get bad really quick if he's not careful. And I don't think his intent is to be deceitful in a wanting to harm Akane, but keeping that in the back of his mind of like, I have to make sure that she knows what's going on. Look, I'm not really interested in you like this, but I am interested in your acting ability. Basically saying like, when you're like her, I am interested in her. Right? So I just want to make sure that she knows like, okay, like we're putting on a performance for other people right now, being a couple for work purposes. and not blending that outside of that relationship. She starts acting like I everywhere. She starts to become a whole different person. And then you lose who you are. It no longer becomes an act. It becomes who you are. It's very similar to, especially start getting popularity, right? Think of the Paul brothers. I know they're not, people love them or hate them, but they got a ton of fame at a very young age doing outlandish shit. Jake Paul's notorious for the outlandish stuff that he was doing. But then what was he doing? What's the next thing I can do crazy? How can I one up that crazy? How can you start becoming a parody of yourself, right? You're like, oh, like if they were off camera, I highly doubt they were acting that ridiculous, that rambunctious all the time, trying to do crazy pranks and like you know what I'm saying? That's for the camera. That's what that's for. But then you get lost in that. If you're doing daily vlogs, like so everything's content now. So your persona that you're putting on camera, you're doing every day. You're filming all day. So where are you at in this? This persona you're putting on camera and this crazy outlandish character you just keep one-upping yourself all the time. You're a parody of yourself at this point, sir. You're not even you. So there is that challenge that she runs into that I hope if they do go down that road, how that is, you know what I'm saying? Especially if she starts getting popularity like that, it's gonna happen. Kids with that kind of popularity, young adults, even adults with that kind of popularity they're not used to. They don't know how to handle it, but they know what's getting it. They just double down and they keep doubling down. They get more ridiculous as it goes because they need to be more sensational, be more loud and obnoxious or whatever because they want to get more views. They don't want to lose the status that they have. You know, so it's a slippery slope. Fantastic. This is so good. It's so good. I love the layer. I love like Kane. She's sad. She's upset. Like, you know, you had me ditch school with you the other day. We're playing baseball. This is the first time I'm playing with anybody. You're my first for this. Like, she felt special, right? And I think they both have a special relationship. But she felt betrayed, you know, and understandably so. Like, man, like you, because she doesn't understand Aqua's perspective at all. She doesn't understand his thought process, what's going on. Obviously, he's not be like, oh, by the way, I was a son and I was reincarnated. She doesn't understand any of that. She's just looking at it from the lens of, I like this boy. I think he likes me, but he's also on this dating show, right? Oh, he asked me out to this, you know, to ditch school and we're doing this. Oh, like, this is cute. I like this. You know what I'm saying? He said he's into older girls. He didn't really say he was into anybody else. Maybe we're good. And then the kiss happens and broke her heart essentially, right? So I can understand that. Like, these are the dynamics that I'm loving in the show because this is like real stuff that could actually happen, right? And in the industry, it happens. And I'm glad even one of the showrunners was talking about that as well to them. Like, look, you're gonna get taken advantage if you're not careful. So I love this show. Is so damn good. I'm so glad it's back. I missed it last week, so I'm glad that it's back. For you guys that are huge Oshinoko fans, let me know your guys' thoughts on this episode. Manga readers specifically, how you feel about the episode adaptation. Did it hit a little bit different with the music and the voice acting for yourself? And for you non-manga readers like myself, how you feeling about the comeback episode 8 today? And what are your predictions, I guess, for Akane's character and Kane's character as well. Like, how do you feel she's gonna feel? Like, in my head, like Kana's character, how you feel about her? How you feel like she's going to actually take all of this? Is she gonna not fuck with Aqua anymore? She gonna keep him at a distance? She gonna give him the cold shoulder? How's she gonna treat him? Let me know your thoughts. I'll catch you guys in the next one.